Hello everybody, I'm going to tell you about replacing our Samsung convection microwave in our 2015 Entegra Anthem.
Welcome to our epic field trip. We lived the typical American dream, advancing through the school of life and learning lessons along the way. Then we met some folks who were doing life another way, living and traveling in their RVs.
So we decided to go on our own epic field trip to see what we could experience and learn in wide open spaces.
Come along with us.
So yes, before Scott tells you about replacing the microwave, I'm going to tell you about why we replaced the microwave. So when we got the coach, it was equipped with the original Samsung convection microwave oven. And for the life of me, I could not figure out how to make the convection function work. I could microwave just fine, had no problems. I pulled out the manual, I downloaded the manual, and nothing I did made the convection portion work. So I called a appliance repairman, and he didn't even want to come out. A couple of them didn't even want to come out. They said, you know, ma'am, by the time we come out, you might as well just buy a new one. So then I started looking on the forums online and discovered that apparently the Samsung microwave that comes original with the coach apparently is known to have some problems. People were saying that it's temperamental, that they couldn't make it work. So it really became clear that we just probably needed to bite the bullet and get a new one rather than struggle with it. Plus, it was a little bit time sensitive because we had already promised to make breakfast for some family members at the family reunion, and I needed an oven to make biscuits with.
Okay, replacing. Got a hold of Kyle, my son at Queen City Appliances. He got us a Frigidaire convection microwave. Brought it over. Him and I really take this top panel off. Pops right off. Exposes the wire and the two bolts that go on the top. Undo those, and it just pops right out at the bottom when you undo those two bolts, and everything comes right out. Now you may have to adjust for the new microwave the bottom panel, but the bolts went back in on the top of the microwave. Once we adjusted, got everything level, bolts in, we looked at the space between the board and the new microwave, and we adjusted it. Microwave is level, and now the space between the board and the microwave is good. The vent was actually closed from the factory. It had never been opened, so it was actually painted closed from the factory. So I had to go out with a knife and open up the factory vent. And once we did that, and Christina used the convection portion of the microwave, it actually vents out now. So I'm not saying that that's what the problem was with the other convection oven, but this one is working perfectly. Everything plugged in, bolts lined up, and the microwave is now level. One thing I did learn, there were some spacers, what they call quietners, I guess you would call that, so that while you're riding down the road, the spacers keep the actual microwave from vibrating. I didn't put those back. So now when we go down the road, the microwave vibrates. So I will be getting some new spacers and putting those spacers in between the bolt and the microwave. Make sure you put those back because they definitely make the microwave quieter. And
So yes, now the convection portion works just fine. I had no trouble getting the convection oven portion to work and learning how to use that. I'm still learning the kind of the fine tuning of it and how the convection works in terms of the hot air circulation, and that there's some hot areas. Sometimes I need to adjust and rotate the food a little bit more than I used to, but it's working really well. I really like this microwave and convection oven. The microwave is definitely a good size, have plenty of room to microwave anything you'd like, and you have the option of, when you're using the convection oven, either using this small rack that fits right into the rotating dish for smaller types of baking needs, right? Or you can also, if you've got like a cookie sheet type of thing that you need to bake, you've got this bigger rack that goes in here and works really well for anything on a longer baking sheet, because you obviously don't have room for that kind of thing to rotate. So the first thing I baked, of course, since we had the family reunion and I'd promised breakfast, the first thing I baked in there was a little tin of cheap biscuits, just to make sure that it worked. And it worked beautifully. We had no problems with it on the morning that we needed to make breakfast, and everything went off without a hitch. So very happy with the new Frigidaire. Thanks to our son Kyle for helping us spec out a great new microwave oven.
And maybe in our world here, there lives a happy little mountain.